Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I decided I'm going to do like a series of story times, and it'll be stories that I've told already, stories that are brand new, pretty much like just having more content to add to my podcast and stuff. So yeah, I guess for the newer fans and older fans, like in case you want to and the only fans, nah, I'm playing. But no, like just in case for the people that want to like find my stuff a lot easier, I will be doing an easier like way of finding it and stuff. So it's like, yeah, re-recording some episodes, older episodes, depending on what the stories were. And yeah, overall, just doing something. So I'm not laying in the bed all day. But anyway, so today's story time will be the story on how I got into sneakers. So some of you guys may have not heard this story. Some of you guys may already know of this story. But anyways, yeah, I'll be going like deep in details with it, like where it's at currently today. First pair of sneakers, last pair of sneakers, just talking about it all. So anyways, and it started like in 2016, 2017 when I got into sneakers. That's when I had I went to a shoe store and was like looking around and stuff and seeing what I had liked. Now, it did kind of start off, small. Like, I wasn't, into the names. I wasn't into the colorways. I was just like, hey, look, whatever catches my eye, I'm going to buy it, But I didn't know anything about names, colorways, all that stuff. Like, it was just whatever was there, I'm going to get it. So, anyways, I remember I had went to Famous Footwear. And that's when I had got like these red and black Nike shoes. Now they do kind of look like Jordans a little bit, but they're not. Like Famous Footwear, they don't really sell like the big popular shoes. They sell the just like some like not like weird shoes, but they sell like shoes that they're like not popular pretty much. So anyways, I went in there, got those shoes, and then I remember I had went to work and was wearing them. And the one chef that worked there, he was in the shoes. So I remember he was like overall talking about mines and stuff. He thought they were Jordans. I'm like, no, I don't think they're Jordans. They're just like, some regular Nike shoes. Not aware at the time, Nike used to, I think they were like behind Jordans at one point in time, but as the time progressed on, I think it was just like its own thing. Like, I mean, like they still like re-release the popular ones and stuff, because I think it was from Air. Well, I know they still like do release like Air Jordans and stuff, because they still got them going on. But I think like when they were its own shoe, because they got like the Jordan shoes, and then they got like the Nike like Air Jordan and stuff. So there's a difference, and I didn't know that at the time. So but no, like the ones that I had were just Nike shoes. They wasn't Jordans. And so anyways, I remember I got that. And I think at some point in time, I got some black Air Forces. And this was like at the time when the memes had started taking off. And I didn't know that at the time. So I remember I bought those shoes because I was just like, I like Air Forces and I like the black ones. I actually have a pair of the low top ones, and I used to wear those in high school. And so yeah, I was on the activity long before it was a thing. So, but anyways, I remember I bought that, and then I had bought these other Nike shoes. And I still have all these shoes. I still have them all. And then I had started getting into Adidas. And so at that time when I was getting the Nike shoes, I didn't really know what I was getting and stuff. But no, I had got into the Adidas shoes because I never had a pair of Adidas before. So I was like, you know what? Nah, let me go ahead and purchase a pair of Adidas. So I did that. Got like these just like these, what do they call them? The EQTs. And so got those. And it was like these ones where it had like this like pink, or it was like, I can't remember what they called it, but it was like some weird name for red, but it was like they were pink, bruh. Like you look at this, I still have those shoes too. And I'll probably, if anybody asks, I'll like check, because I think I might still have the box. But anyways, but no, like I was just like, bro, the shoes are pink. I was like, or the back part is pink, but I liked it because I was just like, hey, yo, that's fancy looking. That's different. That's wild. That's what I like. So I was just like, because I started getting tired of like the basic colored shoes. Plus on top of that, I was like, I wanted to wear something that stood out, because at a lot of times, like when I would go to work, my outfits that I would wear in there were like black. So at one point in time, I was getting like wild and different outfits and stuff. Like I'd get like, I'll wear some like camo jean shorts, or some other like, clothes that I had. But eventually it just got to the point in time where I just started wearing like black sweats and, and then like some like black jackets or something, or just, whatever jacket I had. But yeah, or like, yeah, black hoodies and things, because I was just like, I got to the point where I wasn't even really into fashion no more, because I was just like, shoes is where it's at. Like, I could wear whatever outfits. I could get me, like, a jumpsuit of some sorts. But the shoes is where it's at. That's what's standing out the most. So anyways, so I went ahead, got those Adidas. And I remember I saw, like, some other ones that were kind of like the ones that I had. And I think they were gray, but they didn't have them in my size. So then that's when I started, like, oh, yeah, the shoes, like, not being in my size. That's when I started experiencing those problems. And oh my God, like that's like one of the worst things to hear is when they don't have a pair of shoes in your size, but you see them sitting on the shelves for so long. Oh my God, those gray Adidas probably would have still been on that shelf till this day, because it seemed like that they had never like had got rid of them. So anyways, I go ahead and it's just like, oh, I'll just like look around, whatever. So, because there's like, they didn't, so I had, actually, no. So this is when I started paying attention to names. So it was when it was these white and tan NMDs, these Adidas NMDs had came out, and I didn't know the names of them. So the sneaker plug that I had at the time, this guy, he always would like tell me about like the latest shoes that was coming out and all this other stuff. But he wasn't really into Jordans. Me and him, we only would talk on Adidas, because Adidas at the time, like Adidas were like leading in comfortable shoes. And I feel like at some point in time after like Ultra Boost that started blowing up, NMD Boost, all that stuff, like it's like when that Boost line had started blowing up, I feel like that's when like Nike, a lot of people was all like, oh, what kind of shoes do they have? Because like at the time, like it was like Nike Air, but then they used like Zoom Air, Air Zoom Pockets, Nike React, all these different, names. Vapor Max, like they had all these like midsoles, and then these like soles that just was like different and stuff, and and they were comfortable. But anyway, but no, the NMDs had came out, and actually it was this girl at my job. It's funny because this girl, she was out here stealing from my job. So but no, she was a customer. That's the crazy thing about it. She didn't work with us. She was a customer, but she was stealing food. I was just like, fam, I thought you was chill. Like I remember me and her, we kind of had like a moment. We were talking about shoes one day and stuff. So I was like, oh no, she's chill. So she was kind of weird though. I don't know. I think she was one of those people where she thought like if any guy had talked to her, like she automatically assumed that they were like hitting on her and stuff. And I think I don't know. Like it was just kind of, I don't know. Maybe she was just saying that just to say that, like, tell me like how she got them and stuff. But I don't know, like I feel like that, because she was the type of person where she didn't like talk with you. Like she had no conversations with you whatsoever and stuff. So I'm like, I thought that was kind of weird. So I don't know, one day I thought I'd just break down that barrier. And I think I did compliment her on her shoes. I was just like, oh, those shoes are nice. Because I was like, at that time I was like, slowly becoming a sneakerhead and stuff. And then she was like, my boyfriend bought them for me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's chill. I really don't care who bought them. I was just saying the shoes is nice. Like, I thought it was going to be like, oh, these are the NMDs and so on. But, nah, she was like, my boyfriend bought them for me. I'm like, all right, that's chill. I didn't really care, but I didn't ask for your number. I just said nice shoes and just left it at that. Like, I'm actually going to the back so I could go do some stuff. But anyways, but no, then we did kind of like talk on shoes a little bit and stuff. Then yeah, after that, she just started being weird, stealing bacon from us and stuff. I was just like, fam, for what? Like, you chill. I thought we were chill. I didn't think you had to do all this. Like I'm saying, my thing is this: at my old job, if you just built a relationship with me, like, and was cool, not like relationship, but I'm just saying, like, we overall cool with each other, you ain't gotta steal food. Like, there'd be at times I just be like, you know what, just take the food, get up out of here. No, the food free, all right? If they ask, I put my car out and pay for it myself, because I was chill with those customers in there. So, but no, a lot of times I was just, giving out food for free. So I was like, I don't know why she's stealing, but Anyways, so it was her shoes. It was her shoes because she had like the OG ones where it had like the red and blue like blockings at the midsole and stuff. So and that was another thing. I didn't know midsole, outsole, upper, bottom. I didn't know any of the names for all that stuff. So I remember when I was my sneaker plug guy. I remember when I was asking them like about those shoes. And I was like, no, the girl, she was wearing these one Adidas where it had like these blocks on the side. That's all that I knew how to say. But I'm like, I feel like that most people would be like, oh, the NMDs and stuff. But even he was confused by how I was describing it. So that's why I was all like, nah, like that's how like, brain dead I am when it came to shoes. So anyways, he starts like, we're going through, and then I think he eventually he looked it up. He was just like, oh, the NMDs? I think he did say that, but he showed me a picture. I was like, yeah, those shoes. So then he said that they were, I think it was either that day or it was another day. I remember I came through and he told me that they were getting a pair of, or a couple of pairs of the NMDs. So I'm like, well, sick. That's perfect. Like, nah, that's perfect, bruh. So anyways, I go up there and, he's showing, because I remember he showed me, like, probably before the shoes released. Like, that's how much of a cool dude this guy was. He showed me the shoes before they was released. So he said, like, hey, if you come through, I'll be able to get you a size and all that other sort. So I'm like, all right, chill. So I came through that morning because, like, you guys show up, like, bright and early for some of these shoes at times. Like, you guys show up, like, either 7 o'clock or I think 10, or is it 11? 7, 10, or 11, all right? But anyways, you guys show up at those times, get your shoes, because that's, and the stores is opening and all that stuff. So anyways, so I go up there, get the shoes, like them. Freaking, they were the like most comfortable Adidas shoes I've ever worn. Then came back later on and got the tan ones. So anyways, at that point, I had to say that's when it kicked in. That's when it kicked in for me being a sneakerhead and stuff. Once I was like waking up early in the morning, like, getting shoes and stuff. So anyways, so at that point, my sneaker plug guy, he ended up leaving. And I think I did tell that story before, how I ended up working with his ex-girlfriend, and then she added me on social media, and I saw that they were like, that they used to date, because I think at the time they were, but at some point in time they did break up, like when she started working at the cafe and stuff, and he was working right across the street at another store. So I just thought, I was all like, hey, wait a second. I was like, didn't he work at like Champs? Because that's where he worked at. He worked at Champs and GameStops, because they were like right, so he had 2 jobs and was working at these places and stuff. And she was all like, yeah, he did. And then at that point I was just all like, oh, this is wild. Like, no, he's the reason why I'm in the, you always talking about how I'm wearing different shoes every single day. He's the reason why I'm wearing different shoes every day. This man was my sneaker plug at one point in time. He always would tell me about the latest shoes. So anyways, yeah, I was like, I always thought that was crazy. But he ended up moving. He ended up moving to Oregon. So he moved to Oregon, and at that point, the girl, his girlfriend, her cousin was working at Champs. So he, was like, we would talk like briefly, but we didn't talk all the time. Me and the sneaker plug guy talked more times than the other guy. But I was like, but at that time, like, I remember Adidas was slowing down with their shoes. They hadn't really released no colorways or nothing else. So that's when I had started, like, I kind of ventured out and was looking at some of the other shoes and stuff. So I went back to looking at Nikes, and then I think, yeah, that's when it was at that time, I think, or actually, no. So there was these other Nike shoes that I got those Nike shoes. Because I remember I was going to get, it was like these like white and green looking ones. It's kind of like Seattle colors a little bit. But anyways, I was going to get those. Ended up getting the red ones. And then I never did get those white ones. I should look up the name of those shoes and then see if they got like the white ones on the reselling website or something. Because I was like, no, them shoes actually went hard. I was like, I like those shoes. So, but anyways, I got those shoes. And then I remember sometime after that, then that's when I got my first pair of Jordans. And so I had got the Jordan 1 mids, and it was these like blue, it was the royal blues, and it had this paint splatter on them. So anyways, I got those, and not realizing, because they had those ones, and then they had these like the OG royal blue ones. I did not realize that they were the OG royal blue ones. If I would have known like the history and how they were like, you know, like some good shoes and stuff, I would have bought those before I had bought the paint splatters. But I was all like, nah, man, them shoes, I was just like, there's nothing to it. Like, I like my shoes that are wild. I like my shoes to stand out. Them shoes with the paint splatter stands out. Looks like I was painting, but I just started splattering paint on the shoes. Like, I still have those shoes till this day. They still look nice. So I was like, ended up getting those. Never did get the royal blues. And I'm like, I think the royal blues, where's my phone at? See how much the royal blues are going for. Because honestly, if I would have known that those shoes was way more important than the ones that I got. And then on top of that, they were like the OG high tops. So the OG high tops, because there's different types of those shoes. They got the low tops, mids, and then the high tops. And I didn't know that at the time, so I was like, bruh, when I had, I was just mad at myself for, like, not getting those shoes, but, hold on for a second, they got so many different type of blue Jordans, it's insane, like, y'all should download, they got those ones, I was wearing those ones, today, the black hyper royal blue, okay, here we go, those are the ones from 2001, no, I didn't want the ones from 2001, yeah, there we go, here's the ones that are $496. That's how much they reselling for. And I wouldn't have resold them. I still would have had those shoes till this day. I would have been wearing them like every single day if I could. But yeah, I was like, cause it's muddy and stuff out here, so I'm like, I'm not trying to wear these shoes, get them all day. But that's the thing though, I wore my shoes, the mid ones, outside today, and it was muddy, raining. I did not care. I was just like, fam, I think that's probably why I probably would end up doing the same with those shoes too. I'm like, nah. That's what I just do with my shoes, man. I've always been that person because I'm like, my thing is this. If I want to buy these shoes, I want to wear them. I want to be able to enjoy them and stuff. I don't want to like, not wear them and then they just collecting dust and things. I'm like, nah. So, but anyways, so yeah, I got those paint splattered, royal blue ones. And then after that, then I was like, I remember I was going up there all the time getting Air Jordans and all different types of Jordans. But see, that's the thing though, like I get what I like. That's the one thing I had to say why I have so many pairs of shoes. And if you like watch my videos, you'll see how many pairs of shoes I have. But I get what I like. I don't get like, oh, I gotta get like today's trendy shoes. I gotta get, all this. Because somebody had said that to me on YouTube on my sneaker channel. By the way, go subscribe to my sneaker channel, Sneakers in Sight. But no, the person, he said that in my video. Because I can't remember, or he said that in the comment sections. But I can't remember what I said in the video. But I don't think I said anything crazy. That's why I was all like, fam, where does this even come from? But he goes on to say, oh, I can tell you're one of those types that likes to get, like, the Travis Scott shoes. You like to get what's trendy and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I get what I like. I'm like, obviously, you don't know how to see correctly because if you look at my shoe collection, I have to say probably the greatest shoes that I have are my Cool Gray 11s and my Bread 11s. Other than that, I don't have I have some Yeezys. What are some other shoes I have? And that's honestly, that's about it. I have there was a pair of Dunks that I have. So I had to look through them, but I don't have a big collection of all these big name shoes and stuff. I get what I like. So that's why I was all like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, where are you even coming from? Where you telling somebody some stuff like that? You don't know me when it comes to shoes. Now, one person knows who I am when they tell, here's my thing, all right? My sneaker addiction is rated E for every shoe, all right? It's rated ES for every shoe. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm not hearing it when people, if I do like a pair of Travis Scotts, I'll get me a pair of Travis Scotts. I'll have to get them when they're retail price. I'm not going to get them while they resell, but I'll get if I like them. If I don't like them, bro, I'm not getting them. There are Travis Scott shoes that I'm not really a fan of, but the ones, I like the ones. I like how the 4s look. Or actually, no, it's probably out of all of them, I like the 6s. So if those are the only ones that I can get, those will be the only ones that that I would get. But I think out of the two, yeah, it'll be 1s and the 6. But that's it. And I'm all like, fam, but at the end of the day, if it came down to it, if I saw some other pairs of shoes that were much more better looking than the Travis Scott shoes, I'm getting those shoes over the Travis Scott shoes. So that's why I'm like, fam, I get what I like. That's the one thing about being a sneakerhead. And I feel like that's like the golden rule of being a sneakerhead. Get what you like. Don't get what's trendy. Don't get what's the best shoe compared to the... Because I'm saying, you might see, there's these one shoes that I just recently picked up. And if it was a toss-up between that and, let's say, some white Air Forces, because everybody wants to go and get white Air Forces, right? There's these shoes I just recently picked up called the Jordan Delta 2s. Now, if it was a toss-up between that and white Air Forces, I bought white Air Forces a long time ago. That's, but I ended up coloring on them and stuff. But anyways, I got those. But if I was like, let's say if I didn't, right? Now I was just like, never had those shoes. If I saw those shoes in the Jordan Delta 2s, I'm getting the Jordan Delta 2s. And if they didn't have them in my size, then I'm like, all right, I'm going to go look around and see what other shoes I can get. If the white Air Forces are my last resort, I guess I'm getting the white Air Forces. But at the end of the day, I'm like, they're not going to be shoes. I'm like, oh, and then that's another thing. People, they're all like, oh, you can only wear them a couple of times, and then once when they get dirty, then you can't wear them no more. I'm like, nah, you best believe I'm going to clean them shoes up before I'm like, oh, I can't wear them no more. Like, what? So, yeah, there's, like, people and their rules with sneakers and stuff. But I'm like, look, get what you like. Wear them in any sort of weather conditions. If you wear them, like, in rainy weather conditions, make sure you get some waterproof stuff and spray the bottoms and things so you can, you ain't slipping and sliding all over the place. But, yeah, damage your shoes. Do whatever you want with your shoes. That's the whole reason. My thing is this. If it ever came down to it where I was wearing one of my, like, most valuable shoes, like, let's say if I was wearing the one shoes, the Bread 11s, and them shoes just exploded on me, then I'm like, well, dang, like, the shoes exploded on me, but I'm like, hey, I was wearing these shoes, all right? And I wore the mess out these shoes, and I am so happy that I did, so... But anyways, and that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for the next. Like, subscribe, you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And make sure you subscribe to one of my 39 YouTube channels. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you... Alright, 39 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Okay, that sounds a lot better. Now, make sure you also use my SeatGeek promo code TMossBoss. So it'll knock $20 off your first purchase. And make sure you use my supporter creator code for Epic Games, TMossBoss. And in the meantime, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. And peace.